Hey everyone, it's Zach, and today we are starting out with a new team. We are working on expanding Force Spam with Alakazam, NDD Female, Rillaboom, Alola Marowak, Conkeldurr, and Porygon 2. So most of these teams I've seen operate like this kind of focus on the Trick Room using Hatterene instead of Alakazam, but I didn't want to solely rely on Trick Room. So I thought about leading the Alakazam NDD to just chip the opponent down. And here we see Togekiss, Gyarados, Cinderace, Tyranitar, Gothitelle, and Excadrill. So I'm worried about Imprison Trick Room. So I just want to go Alakazam and NDD. I think we go Rillaboom and Conk in the back, because Conkeldurr really handles a lot of these Pokemon, mainly Tyranitar and Excadrill. So we're going to see Cinderace and Gothitelle. And can you... No, you can't fake out. Do they have any terrain setters in the back? No. So I want to focus on this Cinderace, so I'm going to go ahead and helping me expanding Force. Could this Gothitelle have Imprison expanding Force though? So we're going to go ahead and see the Cinderace. Dynamax, no Gigantamax, but nonetheless, it's still very threatening. And we'll probably see a Max Darkness come out. An Ally Switch. So we're able to hit the Cinderace pretty hard. And you're going to max Airstream. And almost knock out the NDD. And we see that the Cinderace is Life Orb and the Gothitelle is Leftovers. So I want to do the same thing again, but I just want to do it with Dazzling Gleam. That way, if this Cinderace chooses to use a Dark move on... chooses to use a Dark move on the NDD trying to get out of the Expanding Force, we'll hit it with a Dazzling Gleam, which will be super effective at that point. It's a little bit of a hard prediction, but I think it's possible. And actually, it's going to be a Max Knuckle, which will change Cinderace to a fighting type, so it's still going to hit this Cinderace really hard. And we're able to take out the Cinderace. The thing is here is if Alakazam survives, do we want to... So do we switch in Rillaboom and take away the terrain from Alakazam, or do we bring in Conkeldurr? You know, it's seeing that this Gothitelle just used Psychic, and we're actually going to see the Gyarados. So it looks like it is possible for Alakazam to survive another Psychic. Let's G-Max Drum Solo into the Gyarados. Because I kind of don't want this Gyarados switching out. So if I can hit it hard and maybe knock it out this turn, that would be really beneficial. Plus Alakazam's really already served its purpose. And Gyarados is actually going to protect. We do hit Gothitelle pretty good. And that's decent chip on the Gyarados. And we're actually going to see the Trick Room. So fortunately, this Rillaboom is brave. So I think at this point, I'm going to go for the Gothitelle here. So Rillaboom's going to be able to go first in Trick Room. And we're just going to go ahead and take out the Gothitelle. And bring Gyarados' special defense down, so if it doesn't knock out Alakazam, we should be able to get good damage on it. And we're just going to see a waterfall, which we'll take out. So who do you have in the back? Who do you have last? And it's actually going to be Togekiss. So we are a slower Conkeldurr. So what I want to do here is let's target the Togekiss with Poison Jab, and then we will just G-Max Drum Solo into the Gyarados. And Conkeldurr is slower than Rillaboom, so one of these you have to protect if you want. So we're going to go ahead and see a Follow Me. And that does good damage on the Togekiss. So G-Max Drum Solo should be enough. And it is. And we're actually going to see the bounce from Gyarados. You are going to be able to outpace both of my Pokemon. So both of my Pokemon are just going to be able to attack, and it's going to miss either way. And it was into the Rillaboom. So I think here we Poison Jab. And I actually want to knock off, because I'm worried about this Gyarados having an Assault Vest or a Berry or a Weakness Policy. And we're going to Protect. Okay, so I believe I don't have... And you're actually focusing on the Rillaboom. Always goes first on grassy terrain. So I just want to get rid of its item and hit it as hard as I can. So here I just want to Poison Jab and knock off. And Conkeldurr, and it misses Conkeldurr. So that's really one of the reasons why I don't like Bounce. And it's an expert belt. And here we get the poison. So you can continue bouncing all you want. I can just detect the next turn and stall it out. And actually, I'm actually just gonna Mach Punch. We should see the battle canceled here. Yeah. This is our first win with this team in Master Ball rank, so we're going to go ahead and do one more. That one went pretty long. And we do have our next trainer. We see Dusclops, Lapras, Incineroar, Whimsicott, Conkeldurr, and Dracovish. So this is a pretty weird team we see. And I kind of want to lead the Rillaboom Conkeldurr. With Porygon, I'm really worried about that Dracovish. What does Marowak hit? Marowak hits Whimsicott, Incineroar, but it's threatened by so much here. Let's go Indeedee. I want to bring Marowak, but Marowak just is threatened by a lot of these Pokemon, no matter what mode you bring. So we actually see Lapras and Incineroar. So we'll see the Intimidate go off. And who do you fake out here? I just want to go into the Incineroar and detect what Conkeldurr. We probably will see the Lapras get the Veil up. So I just want to Knuckle to neutralize the Intimidate that Incineroar did. I am worried about a Parting Shot, and we are going to see the Lapras go ahead and Gigantamax as well. Getting that Veil up, it's just that who did you target into? Did you double into Rillaboom? So we're going to go ahead and detect with our Conkeldurr. And we're going to Max Knuckle into the Incineroar. And we see that the Rillaboom is still faster. And I just noticed it's a regular Lapras. I am still worried about the Lapras being weakness policy. So I kind of want to double into it. And we almost one-shot if we would have Mach Punched first. And it's not weakness policy, so... very strange. And we'll see a parting shot come out from the Incineroar, probably trying to protect it. And we're going to go ahead and just Drain Punch here. So we do take out their... their Dynamax early. I wanted to say Gigantamax, but it wasn't a Gigantamax. So here I just want to max Darkness into the Dusclops. And I want to switch out the Conkeldurr to get it back in without the Intimidates. And you shouldn't Dark Attack. We're going to go ahead and set the Psychic Terrain, which should stop a Fake Out. And I want to, like, while I have Incineroar, I want to go ahead and start knocking off things. Because the items are critical here. So I just want to knock off. And just follow me, because I want to say we can see a easy Nightshade to knock out the Rillaboom. So as long as NDD survives this one, we should be able to knock off both these Pokemon. Yeah. And what did you have? You had an Aguava Berry? I think here I want to actually get rid of the Incineroar. And Dusclops will continue to Nightshade even though it's not going to hit. We're going to get back a little bit from Drain Punch. I actually want to keep Rillaboom. And just Thunderbolt into the Dusclops. Because Fake Out Pressure wouldn't be too bad. And we'll see a Darkest Lariat come out. So here I want to switch to Rain. So I'm going to go ahead and Mach Punch. And switch out the Porygon 2 into Rillaboom. Giving me the priority with Grassy Glide, giving me a new Fake Out, and letting the Mach Punch go through and hit Incineroar. I'm worried about a potential ally switch. We haven't seen one yet, but we've only seen Nightshade and Trick Room. So we'll go ahead and bring back the Grassy Terrain. And be able to Mach Punch this Incineroar for the knockout. And we'll actually see a Pain Split. So we had a good switch, so we actually were able to recover. So Pain Split, Trick Room, Nightshade. Who do you have in the back though? Another Conkeldurr. So here, I want to detect and knock off. And we're able to just knock out the Dusclops. So it is down to just their Conkeldurr. And we'll actually see an Ice Punch. So I actually want to go into Porygon 2. Which one does more? We have a higher chance of paralysis with Thunderbolt. So we're going to go ahead and Poison Jab. What I want to do is I want to try to get like a status on it. And actually a Drain Punch. I think what's important here though is that we saw our Conkeldurr go first. So we want to go ahead and just keep trying to get paralysis on it. And it's hitting us just a little harder. Let's detect and go ahead and Thunderbolt. Because the Mach Punch would have been enough at that range. And now your Conkeldurr is probably also in Mach Punch range. So let's go ahead and Mach Punch and just keep Thunderbolting. And it was just enough. Okay. So anyways, guys, I think that's going to be all for today. Tell me how you like the team down in the comments below. Also, let me know which teams do you want me to work with next. I really like the hyper offense that's going on. I have seen some Talonflame Luxray combos, which I'm very interested in, and then Palossand. For anyone who hasn't seen what Palossand is capable of, look into it on YouTube. It's pretty cool. All those things I want to try, I just don't know where to start. So give me some suggestions down in the comments below. I am also doing a giveaway for Alolan Marowaks. They all have Brave Nature. I have 2 with 0 speeds and then 10 that are 5 IV. So if you want to enter that, you can go ahead and click the link in the description. But other than that, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.